Hello and welcome back to the session. Today we have about 8 examples on mass spectrometry. The first example is this amino ester 193 is M plus radical. If you work out, this is loss of this is tropylium ion. I'll just put it in short, and this is where 73 is lost in the process. So this is your tropylium ion 91, 93, 193 is the molecular ion peak, and now we have to work out for this M plus minus 73. So 73 has to be lost, and that is probably CO80. This is the two alpha cleavages can give rise to this these two peaks. So first of all, let me put it this way. OC2H5 and this is NH2. So if you put radical cation here, so let us put radical and cation here and the remaining two ones, and then break the chain here, so it will be and then you got NH2 COOET, a radical here. Now this is equivalent to tropylium ion. We have seen how the transformation takes place. This is M by Z is equal to 91. So that is first part. Okay. The formation of 91. Now the second peak we have to explain. That 193 is straight away M plus ion, so no need to explain that. 120 needs an explanation. So this is NH2 OET. Okay, this is 72 73 28 plus 45, that is 73. So the moment I put radical cation on nitrogen, we can simply put it this way. NH2 plus, and of course this will be C2H5 radical. This has no significance. This is weighing 120. Can calculate 7, 8, 96, 14, 100, 102, 96 and 14, 110, 112, 114, and so 120 probably, because this is 73. So 193 minus 173 is 120. So no need to calculate anything. That was about the first example. Now the second example, this 4-methoxy benzoic acid 152 is this radical cation. This is minus 15 or minus 17 rather. This is m plus minus 45. So these are complementing peaks. So 152 is m plus. So let me put it this way, COOH, this is 152, and the next step is loss of OH radical. So you get the immediate peak, that is m by z is equal to 135. This is m by z is equal to 152. So loss of 17, that is hydroxyl radical, can give you 135. The second thing is the loss of COOH. So to show that, you can use the square bracket and put radical cation, or simply you have to lose this COOH. So if COOH is going out as a positive ion, then it will give 45 peak, and if this cleaves heterolytically, that will give peak at 107. So let me put both the electrons in this direction, so that you can have the cation here, because we are breaking the bond heterolytically, so that this can take up the excess electrons. So I am putting COOH, and then both the electrons will sit here, and of course radical cation is also there. So this is plus and a radical. So these two radicals will merge, or they will fuse, and you get, this is m by z is equal to 45. This is m by z is equal to 107. 76 and 31, that is 107. So 107 and 45, they are complementing, and it is initiated by the heterolytic fission of the side chain. The next example is this ether. 102 looks like m plus. This is m plus minus 15. This is m plus minus 29. This is the carbonium ion. This looks like OC2H5. The fragments you can, like this is C4H9. I will put the entire thing. So these are the fragments. Now we have to show the breaking of the bonds. So let me put radical cation on the top. So this is 57, okay. Then this is 29. I am just putting the fragments. This is 45, the other part, and of course when 29 is going off, the remaining portion is 73. So 53, like 45, 57, 73, 87 is this one, 87. So all the fragments you can check. So m plus is 102. So you can put the bracket, that is 102. 87 is when methyl is lost. 73 is when ethyl is lost. 57 is this carbon skeleton C4H9, and 45 is OC2H5. So that is how the fragments are required. You can always show this. This is relatively easy step, and depending upon the relative abundances, you need to explain the things. Now this is M plus, because one nitrogen, odd mass number. This is M plus minus 1, that is characteristic. So if once I put hydrogen here, it will be clear. Hydrogen is lost, and then you get NH plus, this is M by Z is equal to 72. Then 58 is when methyl is lost. So this is M plus minus 15. So that is easy. NH radical, and now we are breaking the bond. So methyl radical is lost, and you can have NH double bond CH2 plus, this is weighing about 58, right? And then the another step is you have to get the peak around 44. So 44 is where you are losing 29. So once if I lose methyl from here, then you have to check the mass of that. So 58 minus 15, but that will be 43, not 44. So 44 we have to construct. So 44 will be CH2 dot N double bond CH2 M by Z is equal to 44. So you have to lose like 24, 28, 28 and 14, 42, not this one, maybe we can work out. So that is the 44 means it is loss of, so you can try that. 172 is M plus radical, this is M plus minus 42 or McLafferty, and this is next peak of McLafferty, methyl loss after McLafferty rearrangement. So I will just show the radical cation on the top of this alpha, beta, gamma hydrogen. So gamma hydrogen abstraction has to be shown. So I will just show it this way. Ultimately it goes here. You can show it by other method also, no problem. OH, this is 130 straight away. Okay, I am just showing the outgoing entity also. This is going out. Okay, this is neutral molecule, so no need to explain anything. Now from here you have to lose methyl group. So if I break it here, methyl radical will go off, and then we are going to have say radical here. Anyway, the charge is there, those two radicals may fuse, but this is going to be 115. I am not counting because loss of methyl means 115 straight away. So that is the thing. Okay. Then moving on to sixth example. Now that is some different example. Explain the formation and monitoring with mass. Like how mass can help us in showing this kind of thing. So let me put okay, the same thing. I am rewriting the stuff. This is 3,3 sigmatropic, thermal sigmatropic rearrangement, and then as a consequence of this you will have CO, and then it will be okay, or maybe one carbon less probably. Let me put it properly. This is the intervening carbon. So, CO, CH2, then CH2, and then you got to have this gem dimethyl. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 carbons with gem dimethyl. So, this is your sigmatropic Claisen, you can say. Now, this compound will give M by Z at 43. That is peculiar of this compound according to mass. The first compound, it cannot give this peak. So, 43 is a characteristic of this compound, and you can always monitor that. This acylium ion formation is a characteristic here. Now, here there is no ketone, so no question of 43. 43 won't be there. So, it will give some different peaks. So, this 43 can separate it from the starting compound. So, the next example, 113 is first peak, 85 and 58. So, M plus is 114. Okay. So, 7 carbons, that is 8 carbons, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 or 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 84 and 16, 114 hydrogens, that is 114. This is M plus minus 1, a characteristic of aldehyde. This is 85, 85 and 14, like M plus minus 29. This looks like McLafferty, because E1 to E1, that is McLafferty. So, let me put radical cation here. The easiest thing is to lose hydrogen radical, and you can get the first peak, that is M by Z is equal to 113. Okay. The second peak is because of the loss of (29). So, loss of 29 I will show this way. We can fuse it here. So, minus C2H5 radical, and then we have got, I will not show fusion. Let me put a radical cation here and let it be radical. You can always show the M by Z is equal to 85, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 60, 60 and 16, 78, 79, 80, 83, 80, 85 is the summation, 60 and 76, 77, 78, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. So, that is okay. And then last one, you have to explain the McLafferty rearrangement involved in this thing. I will show it with this compound only. Only thing is you have to mark the alpha, beta, gamma carbons, the hydrogens, and then McLafferty is the abstraction of gamma hydrogen. So, I will show it with this only, alpha, beta and gamma. I will put gamma here, the hydrogen we are putting for the sake of convenience. So, I will show it with the double headed bonds straight away. So it will be, this is the outgoing entity, this is the OH radical cation, and of course this H is there. So m by z is equal to 58. This we have to check. So alpha beta bond is broken, and then you can calculate 1, 2, 3, that is 36 and 5, 6, 36 and 6, 42 plus oxygen 16, that is 58. So the first peak is m plus minus 1, a peculiar peak for aldehyde. 85 is loss of carbon chain, that is 29 the ethyl group, and 58 stands for the McLafferty rearrangement. And McLafferty means you are going from even to even fragment, like even molecular ion to even fragment mass, or odd to odd, that is also McLafferty. So, and one more example is N-butyl benzene gives molecular this base peak at 91 mass to charge ratio, but tertiary butyl won't give that peak. So what is the reason? Like here 1, 2, 3, 4, the benzylic bond is broken, and you can get the this is m by z is equal to 91. That is characteristic whenever benzylic group is there. On the contrary, in this case it will be, if I break it heterolytically, this will give the phenyl cation m by z is equal to 77. 91 is not possible because there is no such bond. The cleavage of the side chain is very easy in this case, where tertiary butyl group goes out as a very easily, and you can show it this way also, like I can show tertiary butyl group here, a positive charge here. So let us say we are exciting the pi electron, we are removing the pi electron, and then naturally this can, the easiest thing is you show the heterolytic cleavage, that's all. Give both the electrons here, that is easy thing to do, and then that phenyl cation is going to be characteristic for the second compound, and the first compound gives the tropylium ion peak because it has got a side chain which is linear, and linear side chain breaking at benzylic position is going to be easy, because that can give rise to a stable carbonium ion, the which gives the peak at m by z is equal to 91. Okay. Now next time I will put some objective questions or multiple choice questions on mass, and if possible I will put some examples, some MCQs on the other section also, just to help you in your final exam. Okay. Thank you very much.